Hey, I'm Val, and this is my now husband Philip. After nearly 11 years together, we decided to finally get married, in the middle of a pandemic. As big parties with friends and family back home were off limits, we had to come up with a new plan. So instead, we decided to stay in the UK, get married in one of our favorite cities in the world, and tie it all together with an epic road trip across the UK. Basically like a honeymoon, but make it COVID friendly. So, our COVID moon. Follow along as we start this new chapter in our lives and explore corners of our expat home we've never seen before on our great British road trip. Good morning and welcome to a new episode of our COVID moon adventure around the UK. Last time you saw us, we would have been on the Isle of Arran, the Scottish west coast, wild camping and exploring an island we've never been on before. And so yesterday we drove all the way from Arran to Yorkshire. So we're back in England, we're back in loads of green rolling hills, blue skies and sunshine. We're so lucky on this trip. And it's our first time in Yorkshire, we've never been here before. It's a very famous region for exactly that. Green hills, sheep, cows, loads of nature, nice walks, very lovely, friendly locals. And so we're gonna see for ourselves for the next 4 days actually how Yorkshire is and what it is all about and what you can see and do here. But before we get stuck into this, I have to show you where we're staying for the first 2 nights. Because this place is absolutely incredible. It's called the Wensleydale Experience, and it's this little farm that has a handful of yurts, so like biggish, kind of modern, luxurious tents. So this is all part of the glamping experience, of course. So when you arrive, you walk through this little forest path, and you have yurts on both sides of the path. And when we walked into ours, we had this lovely big tent on a big patio with some outdoor table and chairs. You have a hot tub, which is so cool, and this whole lovely view, which is so insane. We're right in the middle of nowhere here. Our neighbors are cows and sheep, and to the other side there's just incredible views over the Yorkshire Dales. So yesterday we arrived in the late afternoon and we just quickly unpacked our stuff, and then first thing we did was firing up the oven for the hot tub.
What do you want me to do?
All by myself. Ready?
Oh, yes! Did it!
Are we gonna get this off again?
Thanks.
And then finally the hot tub was kind of warm enough to go in. It was still pretty cold, I must say. It wasn't exactly a hot tub, but at least we got to experience it and got to try it. And now, even on the next day, the temperature is still 25. So we did manage to heat it up quite nicely to around 34 degrees, but that's still below your body temperature, so it still feels a bit chilly when you first go in. But it was such a nice way to spend the evening, especially as it was the longest day of the year, so it didn't really get dark until about midnight. This whole project, as I said, is part of a working farm. So there's also some farm animals here you can see that are absolutely adorable. There's some pigs who last night were all cuddled together and they all went to sleep together. It was the most adorable thing ever. And there's lots of sheep obviously and cows, so there's really loads to see and do here. You can even go on a farm show. They have a little farm shop where you can buy some local products. It's just such a cool thing here. I'm really enjoying it. Tim, the owner, is so lovely. He showed us around yesterday and he just came now to check as well, and he's just really nice and you just feel really well looked after. So it's a perfect place even if you're new to glamping or have never lit a fire before. It's a very nice experience here. Getting the hot tub warm wasn't the only fire related issue we had. The other thing was that it was so cold last night that in our yurt it was absolutely freezing. So once we got out of the hot tub, I think that was the quickest I ever changed from being wet to dry clothes. It probably took me less than 2 minutes. It was so freezing cold. I was shivered, and it was very cold in the yurt as well. So there is a little wood burner in there, and we did fire it up with some wood that we had left over from the hot tub. So we did try to make it a little warmer than it was. We're still in like a full several layer outfit, our sleeping bags and the blanket that they provide here. So it was pretty cool, but today is much better. The weather is lovely and hopefully will be a bit warmer tonight as well. So after we had a nice breakfast, cooked outdoors obviously, we're now gonna go on a walk and just explore the surroundings a little and get some more of these lovely Yorkshire views. I think it's just chilling. New travel companion. Just got a proper lesson in how to manage your sheep when they're on the field. Just walking along here and saw this big field of sheep and cows, and then suddenly two guys came up, one on a quad and one with a big trailer, and they have brought in some new sheep for the herd. So I guess that family has grown a little bit. And they had two super cute dogs with them. They were just chilling on the quad, which is quite impressive because they were going at quite a speed up the hill and the dog is just on the back and just chilling there. And immediately the dogs tried to chase the sheep and tried to put them into a proper formation. Well, it was super interesting to see how lucky that we got to go along here just while they turned up. So cool, especially for us city kids who don't really know anything about this. Gone a little bit off-road. Should have continued our way that way, but we just can't really be bothered. It's a holiday and we've done a lot of walking already, so we're just taking what we think is a shortcut, and as Philip said, we will weasel our way through. So we'll see. We're just in the middle of a field. There's some we've already done 5 kilometers. We're such bad walkers. I was just asking if they maybe have Uber here, but probably not. Philip said it's the most city thing I could have said. But anyway, we're just walking through a field with loads of sheep poo and sheep's left, right and center on all the other fields. So I think we're doing pretty well on this countryside thing. The smallest gate ever. Thank you. Wow, I mean, this is tough. Hello. Those gates are just getting smaller and smaller. we're certainly trespassing now. Don't really have an idea. Oh, right. We're in the middle of some sheep. Okay, the path that we thought was a path just suddenly stopped. And so the only way was to go over a gate that was closed. So we just jumped over it. And now we're in the middle of some sheep. But down there is a gate and hopefully our path. This is all very adventurous, very exciting stuff here. Oh! 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 Well done. Back from our walk, had a little run to the supermarket, and now we're back on the grill. We probably haven't done as much exploring in Yorkshire as we could have. I mean, this region is massive, so we could have seen many more places. But to be honest, just being here is so nice. So we just thought we'll take it easy today and just have another relaxing evening.